So now what I'll do is I'll try to create like a one CSS file in this. Like whenever you want to create a some file, like we have to go to this file explorer, and from this we have to select the symbol new file option. And here I'm typing styles.css. Like here I'm giving proper extension. CSS stands for Cascade Style Sheet. So this is an external file, like we have to take help of this file into this HTML. So in this HTML, what I'll do is I'll remove the complete content, whatever there previously. Okay, so I'll close this stuff. Okay, I'm closing this tab. Okay, chalo. So now what I'll do is I'll reduce the this tab so that we can see the content much clearly. I'll keep this content also in a comments. So I'll keep everything in a comments now. Now, whatever the file we created, whatever the CSS file we created, if you want to include that CSS file in your code, like what we have to do is, I'll reduce the size of this one so that we can see that stuff beside this. Okay, perfect now. Okay, so now if you want to include your CSS file in the HTML, like as it is an external file, so for that we have to take help of link tag in the head. So whenever you want to link a HTML file, sorry, CSS file into the HTML, we have to take help of link tag. In this link, like we have to specify our CSS file. Okay. So as it is a self-closing tag, in this, like we have to specify attribute. So to specify your style sheet detail, we have to take help of related attribute, like as which type of component you are taking here, we have to specify that thing. So style sheet means here we are taking style sheet as it is a type of the component. After that, we have to specify a file name, like whatever the file you are taking. So here I'm taking help of href. The purpose of taking href is by taking help of this href, like here I'm going to upload this CSS, actually the existing CSS, but in a real time, in a LWC, we'll take help of Lightning Salesforce design system. So like Salesforce Lightning design system, that is a cloud-based file. Whenever your LWC component loads, it will take the data, like it will take the styling from like a cloud, and it will load the styling. We'll see that thing like after a few minutes, we'll see that. So whereas now initially we'll see the external CSS, how to use this external CSS. Now I'm specifying styles.css file. Like this, you can include external CSS file in your HTML file. Simply go to head tag and specify the link tag. It's as it is a self-closing tag. In this, like a type of the style, like a type of the component you have to specify in this. And in the H reference, you can specify the reference. As it is a local file, I'm specifying file path. Okay, it means it is linked now. After linking these, like I'll specify different types of tags in the body. Okay, so now I'm going to body. I'll create different things. So now initially I'll create one div tag. In this div tag, what I'll do is I'll specify a first div. Let's suppose I'm giving this content here and I'm saving this one. Whenever you save this one, you can see that content is coming here. So for this, I have to give styling. Okay, so to give styling, what we can do, we have to specify a tag name first. I'm specifying tag name. After specifying tag name, here we have to specify the property. Okay, so what is the thing you have to do? Like you can specify that specific property. Let's suppose I want to change color for this one. Okay, so coming to the color, I have to give aquamarine or aqua. Okay, and I'm saving this. You can see this text color got changed. Okay, similarly, let's suppose if you have another div. Let's suppose if you have another div, okay, another div. I don't like aqua. Like this, I'm giving some text. Okay. Though, like here you can see whenever you're using div by default for like a we specify styling, right? For div tag. So wherever div is there, for all the divs, it will apply that styling. Let's suppose now if you define some paragraph. So in this paragraph, if you write some content, hey, hi, para. I'm saving this one. So if you observe here, that coloring is not applicable for this paragraph. Why means here we are applying color specific to the div tag. That's why for all the divs, this is applying. Okay. Now what I'll do is like I'll specify like different attributes in this and we'll see how this will behave. So for this div, I'll specify one attribute with the name ID. Now ID equals to I'll take test ID. Let's suppose I'm giving parameter like test ID. Now what I'll do is I'll specify like I'll write a CSS. So how to write a CSS for ID attributes? So to write a like CSS for this thing, like we have to specify hash symbol. After this hash, we have to specify this ID name. Control C, Control V. Then next, we have to take help of this brackets. In this, like whatever the properties you have to change, you can change it. Let's suppose like I'll keep the color. Again, I'll take help of color only. So I'll take help of biscuit color. Okay, and I'm saving this one. Now you can see the tags color got changed. Why means like I'm taking this class and I'm applying this one. And if you observe now, this coloring and this coloring is different. Why means like here we applied based on a class, sorry, ID, like ID is giving much priority and it is replicating there. Now what I have to do is for paragraph also, I have to like create some class and I have to give coloring. So in this, like I have to define class attribute. So class equals to, I'll specify para, like any attribute you can specify. I'm specifying attribute like para. Okay. So coming to this thing, now if you see, yeah, we'll define CSS for this para as well. As I told you, for the class attributes, we have to use the dot notation and the class name we have to specify. After the class name, we have to write a property in this. Okay. So now let's suppose for this, like I have to use a different property like a border. Let's suppose if I use border, like if I want to draw a border for this one. Okay. And I'll give a solid border for this one. And size of the border I'll specify like a, let's suppose 2 pixel I'll use. 2 pixel solid border. I have to use it for this one. Closing this one. I'm saving this one. If you see here for this paragraph tag, this solid border is coming. For this border, if you want to give any color, you can add that thing as well here. Let's suppose I have to give green border for this. So greenish yellow. And I'm saving this one. You can see this border color is changing. Likewise, not only these two border and color tags will be having a lot of attributes. Let's suppose for the text, I have to change the size as well. Let's suppose for that, like I will take help of font size. So coming to the font size, I'll increase the size to 15 pixel. I'm saving this one. You can see size got changed. Let's suppose if I keep 30 pixel. You can see this text size got increased. Like that, you can take help of different properties. So now what we discussed is like we defined tags with the different things like a open tag without any attributes and we defined a tag with the ID, and we defined a tag with the class. With all the things, we created a CSS. For open tags, directly we can specify tag name and we can specify the style properties. And then for ID attributes, we have to take help of as symbol, and then we can specify the properties. Then class properties, we have to take help of dot notation, and we have to specify the properties. Okay. Then next, we'll see different types of CSS. So we'll be having majorly three different types of CSS. So first type of CSS is types of styles, CSS styles. Okay. So coming to the types of CSS styles, first we'll be having inline CSS. Second type of CSS is internal CSS. Okay. Internal CSS. Third type of styling is will be having external CSS. These are the three different types of CSS we'll use everywhere. Whereas coming to the LWC point of view, internal CSS we won't use in the LWC mostly. We won't use much frequently. LWC. Okay, so most of the times we'll use this external CSS or third-party libraries. So most of the times, most of the times, we'll use third-party library only. That is Salesforce Lightning Design System. We'll be having Salesforce Lightning System. From there, like directly, we'll take help of classes. Like I'll show you that one, how that behave and everything now. Okay, so coming to the external CSS, we saw already like whatever the things we discussed. So here, like if you see here, whatever the things we discussed here, this is external CSS. Whatever the external CSS file, like styles.css is the external file, we are importing that external CSS into this HTML file, and we are applying styles to different tags. That is about like external CSS. Whereas coming to the internal CSS, so the purpose of internal CSS is if you want to specify a style inside the tag, will take help of internal CSS. Okay, so we'll see how to define that styling as well. Let's suppose now whatever the tag exists, let's suppose here we'll be having tag, right? Inside this tag, what I'll do is I'll define a style tag. So internal CSS means inside the tag as well, we can write a style. If you write style like that, such kind of tags are said as, like such kind of CSS is said as internal CSS. So now what I'll do is here, style, what I'll do is I'll specify different properties. Let's suppose I'll keep color and I'll change this color now. So now I'll keep blue color or blue violet color. I'm saving this one. Now, if you see, though we have given CSS to this div tag here, that is overriding. Previously, we have given aqua color. Now, we are giving blue violet inside this div tag. So remember, inline CSS will be having more priority compared to this external CSS. So whenever you write CSS inside this one, that will be given higher priority. Okay, you have to remember that one. Okay, so this is about inline CSS. Now we'll see third-party CSS, how we can. So now we'll see. So now we'll see like how we can take an external CSS into the in this, like how we can include the SLDS and everything in this. We'll see now. Okay, so for that, initially, like I'm maximizing this browser. In this, I'm typing CDNJS. So cloud-based like design system, like it is a cloud-based one. In this, like I'll type Salesforce Lightning Design System. So you can see Lightning Design System, Salesforce Lightning Design System. I'm opening this one. Click on this one. As if you select this one, you can see this here, you are getting this copy link tag. I'm clicking on this link tag now. Okay. In this, I'm clicking on this link tag. Like this, you can take help of any external CSS, cloud-based external CSS into your code file. Now I'm going to VS Code. In our VS Code, like here, I'll include that. So after this inlines, like internal, like local CSS, here I'm including this CSS as well. Okay. So now once you include this one directly, we can use this CSS, like whatever the data available here, we can use it directly. To use that, what you can do is simply you can go to this one, like Salesforce Lightning Design System, SLDS, we can say. So Salesforce Lightning Design System, or else directly type Lightning Design System. So here you can see lightningdesignsystem.com. So you can see like this documentation for Lightning Design System, you'll get all this stuff here. So like let's suppose if you go to utilities or icons or tools here, let's suppose if you go to resources, you can see articles and everything. Let's suppose I'm going to utilities. So coming to the utilities, like you can see the lot of things. Let's suppose I'm clicking on borders. Like if you want to give some borders, how we can do, which style tags you want to use and everything you can see. So let's suppose we have imported this one, right? Let's suppose I'll take this class. Directly I'm copying this complete line and you can see how it will behave in our CSS. Now what I'll do is inside the body, on top of everything, I'll keep this one. So now here you can see coming to the class, just we are specifying that class. SCLDS border top. This is the class I'm specifying. Once you specify this class will be applicable for our HTML. Like here, if you see, you can see it should have a top border. Where is our auto-shade? You're not having any say whether it's saved or not. So this should have a top border. You can see SLDS top border. Like this is a tag we specified. That's why it is coming on a top. Let's suppose like this will be having several SLDS tags. If you go here in the Lightning Design System, so likewise we'll be having different. Like if you want to keep a tab at the right, let's suppose we have to specify SLDS border right. It means like it will give border to the right side. I'll change this one in our VS Code. So as in place of border top, I'll specify this style. So without writing any CSS, by default, it will take this one. Okay. So I'll go to Chrome. Now you can see. So this will come to right. As it is not impacting, like I'll show you like how it will behave in the next session as this external CSS will see. So with this, I'm stopping for now. Thank you.